An island-wide hartal was held across the country amidst protests near Parliament and other areas. Trade unions and civic groups played a key role in carrying out the hartal that took place after 69 years in Sri Lanka. Employees from state, semi-government and private sectors participated in the general strike. The hartal was held under the theme "Bow Down to the People's Mandate." Services including transport, health and education were not in operation due to the hartal. Black flags were hung outside the Halsdorf Fort complex in support of the hartal. The main protest march, organized in line with the hartal, began from the Rajagiri junction.
If the government continues to use deceitful methods of evasion, we will take serious action. If the government does not take the necessary steps now, we won't hesitate to take more serious measures. Are you trying to kill the people by making them starve? Your mansions are filled with valuables. Your vehicles have fuel. But people don't have medicine even for their children. Today people have to wait in a queue for days to obtain fuel. Step down from your positions without burdening the people. Otherwise, we will chase you.
Members of the India University Students' Federation marched towards the township near Parliament dubbed Korugo Gama. Trade unions and civic groups also held a protest at the Borala junction today.
If the Rajapaksa administration can't understand this, we will begin an indefinite struggle from the 11th of this month. After halting 18,000 buses operating island-wide, bus owners and employees are demanding the Rajapaksas to return the money they stole from the people and then step down. Gotabaya Rajapaksa has a moral obligation to fulfill the final right of the people. However, we know the type of political games they play. You are incapable. You have proved that.
Several trade unions, including the Railway Clerks Union, engaged in a protest march this morning. The group held the demonstration at the Fort railway station. All shops in Fort were closed in support of the hartal today. The Ports United Trade Union Alliance engaged in a protest opposite the Colombo port today.
We would like to tell the President that this is just a trial. This is a warning. We will give you 4 days until the 11th to resign. The people and 2,000 trade unions will work together and take over the streets until you step down from power. On that day, there won't be electricity, gas or water. There won't be food to eat on that day. The people have forced Gotabaya and Mahinda into bunkers. If Gotabaya Rajapaksa is not resigning, get ready to be thrown out on the 11th.
The Central Bank Trade Union Collective, which was established by 4 trade unions, organized a protest march today. Protesters began the march from the Central Bank and were not allowed to march towards Kotago Gama. Police set up barricades opposite the Finance Ministry and informed the protesters to proceed without placards. The protesters abided by the directive.
Employees at the investment zone extended their support to the ongoing hartal. They blame the government's short-sighted decision for the drop in dollar inflows that has led to the closure of factories. Employees of the Medigama Export Processing Zone held a protest opposite the Medigama police station. Workers at the Katanayaka Investment Promotion Zone ended their protest march at the Avariwata junction. Employees at the Biyagama Investment Promotion Zone also held a protest today. Workers at the Sea Tower Investment Promotion Zone held a protest while blocking the entrance of the premises.
Shops and businesses remained closed in Sri Lanka as a gesture of support towards the hartal. A street drama was held portraying the Rajapaksa family in Anuradhapura today. A protest was held in the DSN roundabout in Anuradhapura. Trade unionists held a protest at the Ampara town this morning. Citizens, frustrated by the rising issues, were allowed to express their dissent towards the government in writing. Farmers and the people of Suryavava in Hambantota held a protest march today. People from many areas joined the protest at the Godagogama branch in Gaul. Lawyers marched to the protest site as well. Fishermen, farmers and government servants joined the protest at the Chilau town today. Fishermen in Nigambo joined a protest held in the area. Area residents of Bibile also held a protest today. People from several sectors joined the demonstrations today as well. A protest organized by the Trade Union Coordination Center was held in Kurunegala. Trade unions from the health, education, transport and agriculture sectors joined the protests. Students of the Peradeni University held a protest march today. They ended their protest march at the Godagogama branch in Kandy. People from many areas carried food, usually prepared at funerals, and protesters against the government.
Farmers of Murthuvela and Urubuk Oya in Hambantota held a protest opposite the Carlton House. They demanded fertilizer and pesticides for the farmers. Lawyers of the Dambulla Magistrates Court added their voice to the protests. They demanded change within a democratic framework in Sri Lanka. We can't stop this struggle with Gota go home and Maina go home. This whole system should go home. People in the north and eastern provinces also added their voice to the protests. They demanded the resignation of the current government. People of Telugu ancestry in Vaunia performed a traditional dance demanding a chance to save the country from its curse.